Hello all, myself Dr. Prachi Vastav, working as an assistant professor in ENTC department of ASSNS College of Engineering. In this video, we are going to discuss about the 8051 microcontroller addressing modes. What do you mean by addressing mode? The CPU can access data in various ways, which are called as addressing mode. Okay, so there are different ways the CPU can access the data. Okay, like transfer the data from one memory to another memory, or between the memories, like RAM from one register to another, or from the register to accumulator, or from the RAM to the external ROM, or from the external ROM to the internal RAM. So there are various ways by which 8051 microcontroller can access the data. So there are total 5 addressing modes in 8051: immediate, register, direct, register indirect, and index. Now we will see the what do you mean by these addressing modes, and we'll see the examples of each one. Okay, so the first one is immediate addressing mode. Okay, so what we can see over here is the first instruction, move a comma hash 25h. Okay, so here what we can see, the immediate data, that is 25 hex data 25 is being transferred to accumulator A. Okay, so the immediate data is used. Okay, so the immediate data will get saved in the accumulator. In the second instruction, the immediate data 62 will get saved in the register R4. Okay, as the first data is indicated by H, so 25 is the hex data, whereas in second instruction, move R4 comma hash 62, it's a decimal data. Okay, so this is how we are immediately transmitting the data or saving the data. Okay, in accumulator and various registers we can save. So this is called as immediate addressing mode. Okay, second type is register addressing mode. Okay, in this register addressing modes, registers are actually used. Okay, so the register data will get copied into the accumulator, or accumulator data will get copied into the register. Okay, so there are two examples given over here, move a comma r0. So r0 is the register. Okay, first register r0. So the data of the r0 will get saved into the accumulator, whereas in the second instruction, move r2 comma a, whatever the data there in accumulator will get copied down or will get saved into the register R2. Okay, so here mainly the registers are used to transmit the data or to transfer the data from one register to either accumulator, or we can transfer the data from one register to another register also, like move r0 comma r1. Okay, so this is called as register addressing mode. Third one is direct addressing mode. Okay, now if we compare the immediate addressing mode and direct addressing mode, you will find that the instruction is quite similar, but the main difference in both the instruction is what? Hash is not there. Okay, so here whatever the number is given, like first instruction is move r0 comma 40h. So whatever 40h is there, so hash is not there. So what do you mean by hash is not there? So that is not the immediate data. So here 40h is actually the address, memory address. Okay, so memory address, or whatever the location of any register or any special function register is, so whatever is the data at that particular address will get copied into the register R0, or it will get saved into the register R0. In the second instruction, we can see move 56h comma a. So whatever the 56h address, okay, at that particular location, RAM memory, whatever the data is there, so that will get copied into the accumulator. Okay, so here you can see, so hash is actually important. So here hash is not there, that means what? That is not the immediate data, so that is actually the address. Okay, so hash is not included, that means that is just the location of the memory where the data is saved. Okay, then you can see the below instruction, move a comma hash 55h. So accumulator will have the immediate data 55h. Okay, then move 80h comma a. Now here hash is not there, that means that 80H is the memory address. So right now the accumulator is having the immediate data 55H, so that will get saved at the location 80H. Okay, also move 0A 0A H comma A. Okay, so again the whatever is the data at the accumulator, that will get copied into at the register 0A0. So if we see 80H is actually the address location of the port P1, whereas 0A0 is the address location for the port 2. So whatever is the data accumulator was having, that is actually 55, will get saved at the port location P1 and at the P2. Okay, so this is about the immediate, register and direct addressing mode. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next addressing mode, that is register indirect. Okay, so register indirect actually means register is involved, but here we are not actually copying the register data into the accumulator or from the accumulator to the register. Okay, so here instead of that, whatever the data R0 is having or the register is having, that actually will act as a address. Okay, so we'll go through that simple program or the instruction, so that idea will get more clear. So move A comma 55H hash 55H. So this is the immediate addressing. So accumulator will have the data 55H. Then move R0 comma hash 40H. So R0, register R0 will have the data 40H. Now the third instruction is actually register indirect addressing instruction. Move @R0 comma A. So this actually indicates that whatever is the content of the accumulator is, that we have to save, okay, at the location indicated by R0. Now R0 is having the data 40H. Okay, so whatever is the memory location indicated by R0, that is @40H. So right now whatever the 40H data is, that is not the actual data, that is now it is a address, memory address. So whatever the accumulator data is, that is 55H, will get saved at the memory location 40H. Okay, then what we have done, we have incremented the R0. Okay, so earlier it is 40, now it become 41. So the next instruction is move @R0A. So now instead of saving the data at the location 40H, now it will get saved at the location 41H. So 40H and 41H will have the same data, that is hash 55H, that is immediate data 55H. So this is called as register indirect mode. So the move @R0 comma A is the instruction related with the register indirect. Okay, so now the last addressing mode is indexed addressing mode. Up till now whatever the 4 addressing modes we have discussed, that were related with the internal RAM memory of the 8051 microcontroller. Now what if we want to copy the data which is residing in the external memory? Okay, so if the data is residing in external memory, okay, that is external if the data is residing in the read only memory, okay, so if we want to copy the data from the read only memory, then the special type of instruction is used. Okay, that instruction is called as move CA comma @A plus DPTR. Okay, so here this particular instruction is nothing but the indexed addressing modes, where we are going to copy down the data, or we are going to take the data from the location indicated by A plus DPTR, and we are going to save that data in the accumulator. Okay, so here whatever the addressing modes we have discussed, everywhere we have used the instruction move. Okay, but in index addressing mode we have to make use of instruction move C. Okay, so C actually indicates the code, okay, or the data memory. Okay, so if we have saved the data, if we have saved the data in the ROM, okay, so move CA comma @A plus DPTR. So whatever is the content of A plus DPTR, so DPTR is actually the data pointer, which actually indicates the starting point of the ROM. Okay, so whatever the data you have stored with the DPTR memory location, that initial data plus whatever is the accumulator data, okay, so total that A plus DPTR is the total address. Okay, A plus DPTR is the total address. So whatever is the data at that particular A plus DPTR location, that will get copied or will get saved in the accumulator. Okay, so this is actually the index addressing mode. So we can see over here the application, or the what we can say, the simple program which actually use the index addressing mode. Okay, so org000h, that is the starting location of the memory ROM. Okay, then move DPTR hash 200h. So here we have initialized the DPTR, that is data pointer, with the memory address 200h. So 200h is the memory location which is there in read only memory. Okay, after that we have cleared the accumulator, so the accumulator data is 0 now. Okay, now as A is 0, DPTR is 200, so the total address A plus DPTR is now 200 only. Okay, so the first instruction move CA comma @A plus DPTR, total address is 200. Okay, so at that location 200, whatever is the data, that will get copied into the accumulator. So if you see below the org00200h, there is one indicator table. Okay, in that data bytes are saved. Okay, 0, 1, 4, 9 like that. So at the memory location 200h, the data is 0. Okay, so whatever is the data at that location, that will get copied into the accumulator. So A will have the data 0. Okay, the next instruction is move R0 comma A. So as the data in accumulator is 0, R0 will have the data 0. Now the next instruction is increment DPTR. So earlier it was 200, now it will become 20 and 1. Okay, so instead of indicating to 0, now it will indicate to the 1. That is the next memory location. Again we are clearing the A. Okay, then move CA comma @A plus DPTR. So A is 0, DPTR is 201, so the final address is 201. So the data at that address is data at that particular 201 address is 1. So accumulator will have 1. So R1 will have the data 1. So according to this, output is R0, the register R0 will have the data 0, whereas the register R1 will have the data 1. Okay, so this is actually the application of index addressing mode. Okay, so this is how we discussed about the various addressing modes. That is, first one is immediate, next one is register, third one is direct, fourth one is register indirect, and fifth one is index addressing mode. So there are total 5 addressing modes which are used to access or to save the data from one register to another, from register to accumulator in the memory, and the last one, that is in the randomly access memory, that is RAM memory, and the last addressing mode, that is index addressing mode, is used to actually access the data which is residing in read only memory. Okay. Thank you so much.